If your retirement plan depends on hope and winging it, then let's be honest, you don't have a retirement plan. I recently asked people one simple question about their retirement. And what 72% of those folks that responded admitted should be a wake-up call for anybody over 55. So if your retirement's getting closer and you're still wondering whether you've done enough, hey, stay with me because today I'm going to show you why so many hardworking people feel unprepared for retirement, and more importantly, how you can start building a real retirement plan before it's too late. See, I recently asked my audience one simple question. How confident are you in your retirement plan? And honestly, the results stopped me in my tracks. Nearly 72% admitted that they're either winging retirement or they're not convinced that they'll have enough. Now think about that for a second. These aren't people who made bad financial decisions. These are your teachers, your truck drivers, business owners, nurses, parents, people who did exactly what they believed they should be doing to set themselves up for a great retirement. They worked hard, they saved their money, they paid off their debts, and they hoped everything would work out. But here's the problem. Hope isn't a retirement strategy. And today, I want to show you why so many good people end up feeling uncertain about their retirement. And more importantly, how you can avoid being one of them. So let's get started, shall we? Now, I know you've probably been saving for decades. Heck, I built what I thought was a solid real estate investment business, and I thought it was going to set me up for life. But retirement today isn't the retirement that our parents had planned for. The rules changed, and most people never got the memo. Now, here are 3 reasons why so many people feel unprepared for their retirement, and none of them have anything to do with intelligence or discipline. Here's reason number 1. Inflation changed the rules. Now imagine you built your retirement plan 30 years ago. You figured out your expenses, you figured out your savings, your dream retirement number, and then groceries went up way faster than you planned. Insurance jumped for less coverage. Property taxes doubled, maybe tripled. And those dream trips that you've been eyeing just got way more expensive. And utilities kept creeping higher too. And suddenly that number that you were aiming for isn't even close to being enough. Now that's why so many people feel like they're just chasing a moving target. Pre-retirees say inflation is one of their biggest retirement worries because it changed what they thought they needed. Now, reason number 2, here's something most people never think about. How long are you actually going to be retired? 15 years, 20? Believe me, I didn't think about it either. A lot of folks spend 25 to 35 years in retirement. Now that's incredible, but it's also intimidating. Your money has to work long after your paycheck stops. And now you're thinking about all that retirement over decades, not years. And if you're depending only on your savings and government pensions, that's a lot of pressure to put on one resource. One hiccup in expenses, and you're pulling from savings faster than you planned, running short sooner than you expected. But inflation and a long life really aren't one of our bigger problems. Because here's reason number 3. Healthcare costs can add up fast. And honestly, how much did you set aside in your original budget for healthcare? What about if you had a health issue that you needed to have extra help around the house or some long-term care? Were those parts of the expenses that you budget about? Studies from major insurers are finding that the average person in retirement will spend almost $200,000 in healthcare costs during their retired lifetime. And these costs can hit at a market downturn as well, compounding the damage to your retirement nest egg. Are you ready for that? And if you're a Canuck like me, you may be thinking that you're covered by universal health care. Think again. Ask any Canadian how long the wait times are if you happen to need a new knee or a new hip. Most folks these days are paying for these procedures out of pocket. Now, did you budget for that when you were setting up your plan? And while we've gone over these things, I actually want to take a minute to ask you guys something. When you picture your retirement, what worries you the most? Is it running out of money? Is it healthcare? Is it inflation? Or is it simply not knowing whether you've done enough and worrying if you'll have to go back to work to make ends meet? Leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I read and respond to every message. So now after all that, are you wondering if you're really as ready as you thought you were? Believe me, you're not alone. That's exactly why so many people heading into retirement are building digital income. Now, before you guys tune out, I know what some of you just thought just now. You spent 30 years trying to get out of a job. You're not really thrilled about getting into one right away, are you? But what if there was a done-for-you e-learning business where you got to keep 100% profit? And when I say that, let's just say what you're actually thinking now. Harry, is this just another pyramid pitch? It's a good question because skepticism is healthy at this stage of life. So let me show you the real difference. First of all, most programs teach you one thing: how to sell their product. You're the salesman, they're the boss, and they can change that program or the compensation package any day, and you get left out in the cold with nothing. Believe me, I've been down that road too, to the tune of around $27,000, and I know how crappy it feels. But what I'm doing now is different. Not because I say so, but because what's inside it. It teaches real digital marketing skills, how to build traffic, how to create offers, how to find your ideal audience, skills that work on anything that you're already offering. And you can even offer those skills to your employer if you're still at work right now. If you've got a coaching offer, this program shows you how to find your ideal clients. If you've got a product already, these skills show you how to expand your market. If you've got nothing at all right now, this program can be your starting point and your product that you can offer and learn these skills. Earn while you're learning. Now here's the real test. If the only thing you can ever sell with the course you're looking at is that course, that's a red flag. But if that course teaches you to sell anything, that's a business. And Legacy Builders teaches you those real skills. You're not a salesman waiting for scraps. You are a business owner with a real skill set. And here's what makes the e-learning industry different. It doesn't care what the economy's doing. In tough times, people want new skills. In good times, people want to level up. The market grows either way. Now here's the part that really got my attention about Legacy Builders. It's totally done for you. You don't have to create anything. You don't have to be the expert. You don't need a huge following on social media, and you certainly don't have to be some fancy tech wizard. Heck, I'm a real estate investor from the prairies in Canada. I'm not a tech guy. I'm not some marketing guru. But I found a system that was already built, already proven, with a mentor who did all the hard work first, and a growing community already making it happen. And it's designed so you can get all your income-producing activities done in just 2 focused hours a day. And the rest of the day is yours to do with what you want. Now, I'm going to be honest with you here for a second. Do I know if this will work for you? Hey, really, I don't. But if you're touching on your retirement years and you're feeling that pinch, don't you think it would at least be worth a look? My mentor's starting an 11K in 30 days challenge this month, where you can learn the skills to make 11K in the next 30 days and beyond. Now, in this challenge, you're going to get bite-sized trainings and tasks for you to do every day. You're going to learn how to create content. You're going to learn how to find your ideal clients. You're going to learn how to build trust and bring them on board. Now, my mentor, Michelle, started as a stressed out mom and a grandma, trying to make ends meet in the MLM world. And in 4 years of the digital e-learning industry, she's built a community of over 60,000 people, multiple 7-figure income streams, and over 103 people coached to 6-figure incomes. And now, guys, I know these figures sound big, and I know some of you are probably feeling a little bit skeptical right now. And that's a good thing. Skepticism is healthy. But here's what I want you to ask yourself. What if even a fraction of what I've shared with you so far comes true for you? What if you could add even $1,000 or $2,000 a month to your retirement income? What does that change for you? Does that mean you get to keep your house a little bit longer? Does that mean you get to take that trip that you've been dreaming about for far too long? Does that mean you get to stop saying maybe next year to the things that matter the most in your life, like your visits to the grandkiddies or being present for more of those memory-making events? Now, if the answer to any of these questions was yes, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go down into the description. I want you to hit the link and get your copy of my Freedom Formula Blueprint. It's totally free. It's about a 5-minute read, and it will show you the nuts and the bolts of the e-learning industry and how a digital business can set you up with reliable income that you've been looking for without having to go dancing on TikTok or spending your every waking moment designing a website or learning some fancy tech. And if you get started right away, you're going to be in on the ground floor for not just our next Monday's training to help you get started right, but you'll also be ready for the launch of our 11K in 30 days challenge. So, guys, remember where we started, 72%. That doesn't have to be you. But you do need a plan, and you do need to make a decision and take some action. Because once again, hope isn't a retirement strategy. So again, if you'd like to see the exact framework that me and 60,000 other folks in our community are using to create better futures for ourselves and our families, just go down into the description, grab your copy of my Freedom Formula Blueprint. And it may just give you back some of the confidence about your own retirement journey. So once again, I'm Harry. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.